Right, great nouns. Term 2 revision. So before doing this revision activity, review all the topics in this term, which is obviously based on our debtors. We haven't done the theory part just yet. So I'm going to go through this with you. Topic 7, credit transactions. Ton Bren Traders trades in branded shoes and clothing. The books for November 2015 need to be completed. We must just be careful because they talk about different dates here. I think this September date over here, I think that's just an error in the book. It should actually be November. Okay, so they want us to do a CRJ, a DJ, as well as a CPJ. They tell us that the markup is 33 and 1/3, a third. Remember, the third is expressed on the calculator as 0.3 recurring. Okay. The business had 3 debtors at the beginning of September, it should actually be November, who owed the following amounts. So these are my debtors. These are people who owe me money. F. Abrams at the beginning of the month owed me 4,220. N. Bart 1,117. And A. Carlos 3,434. So that is their account rendered, the amount that they still owe me from the previous month. It doesn't just disappear. Then the total amount owed by debtors at the beginning of November it's going to be those 3 amounts added together. Okay. I'm going to go through this journal by journal. So I've already completed the CRJ and the DJ. I'll do the CPJ with you now and the debtors accounts. So if we look here on page 53 in your accounting books, this is my debtors journal. A debtors journal is where I record credit, sales. So all the trading stock that left my business that the customers have not yet paid for. They are going to pay for it at a later stage. My source document is a duplicate invoice. Okay, so here we can see the document numbers, the day, the debtor. Okay, and what did they buy on credit, or what did we sell to them on credit? Remember, accounting we always look at from the business's point of view. So F. Abrams, we sold him goods worth 3,501, and then we had to work out my cost of sales using my formula. Okay, and then we do the exact same thing for all the other debtors. Remember, these are people who have taken my stock but not yet paid for it. Okay, and then there is the total of 19,555, and then the cost of sales is 12,598 Rand and 50 cents. Okay, I'm going to turn over to the CRJ. Okay, so we can see on the first year, P. Garno increased his capital. Remember, capital always gets sent straight to bank. We never put it in analysis of receipts. It always goes straight to bank, into sundries as capital. On the same day, we received money from N. Bart, who is a debtor. So in other words, he's now settling his debt. He's paid 1,117 Rand. We put it into bank, and then what was this money received for? It was received for debtors control. Remember, debtors control is a control account for people who owe me money. Right, then on the 11th, we did cash sales. Remember, whenever we do cash sales, my document number is always CRR, because it's according to the cash register roll. Sales is your details. Put the sale amount into your till. There was another transaction on the same day. That is why we only have one amount in bank. Okay. Remember, we don't do that with capital. Capital is always posted separately. If it is sales and anything else, we post one amount to bank. But if it's capital and sales, or capital and rent income or whatever it is, but if capital is involved, it's never added together, it's always posted separately like that. Okay. Right, so the total we banked for that day was 5,391. What does that consist of? Well, it consists of my 3,357, which was my cash sales. I use my formula to work out my cost of sales. All right. This 2,034 Rand, that was money received from a debtor. So we enter it into debtors control column. On the 15th, we received money from F. Abrams for his debt. So analysis of receipts and debtors control. Then we also did cash sales on the same day with 8,460. Add the two amounts together, put one amount into bank. Sales is 8,460, cost of sales 6,345. On the 24th, there was two transactions. Sorry, I made an error here. So I just showed an arrow to show you where it's going. We received money from A. Carlos for his debt, 4,250. And we also did cash sales to A. Carlos for 448. So those two amounts add together is going to give me 4698. Sorry, I had made a mistake and realized only at the end that I skipped a transaction. That's why it's at the bottom. Okay. S. Jacobs, I received 5,600 Rand from S. Jacobs. I'm sure this shouldn't say S. Jacobs. That is on the 30th. And this should say rent income. Sorry, so we'll have his name there. But over here, please, it must say rent income. Right, sorry about that error. F. Abrams, 2,420, we received money from him. 2,420, he's settling his debt. And then these are your totals. One of these transactions, it said F. Abrams settled his account to date. And then it doesn't give you the amount or anything. When they say that he settled his account to date, you have to use the following formula. So you have to say his opening amount, so his account rendered, what he owed me from the previous month, plus his credit purchases. If it's his credit purchases, it will be our credit sales. So we need to go and find his credit sales, and then any payments made to the business. Okay, so if Abraham settled his account to date, so we have to go and look at everything up to and including the 15th of the month. So we do that by going, firstly, what was his opening balance? His opening amount was 4,220, which they gave to us. So we say 4,220 plus all the transactions up to and including the 15th. So that's over there. So we don't include this one because that only happened on the 21st. We are now on the 15th. So we are going to take A. Carlos, F. Abrams, 3,501 plus his opening amount. So 4,220 plus 3,501. Okay, we don't include this one because it happened on the 21st. We are only looking up to the 15th. All right. So that's how I got the 7,721, I think. Yeah, let's double check that. So 4,220 plus 3,501 equals 7,721. Okay, so that's how we got this amount over here for F. Abrams. All right. Thank you, grade 9s.